You're live to tape on Who Asked Podcast, Randall.
Let's let it rip. Here we go.
I was scrolling my feed recently after this weekend, and I was wondering, what would your Coachella outfit be?
My Coachella outfit.
Yeah,
I have seen a lot of things.
Have you seen the Coachella outfits?
Yeah, I think I would probably. It would almost be like a cosplay for me, except I would be dressing up as Bernie Sanders and be the one in the front row when he shows up on the stage. What do you think about that?
I see.
Like an old man mask and then like a suit and then, I don't know, a sign that says, eat the rich, maybe?
Yeah, really cool.
That's about it, yeah.
I feel like they would assume you're there to kill him.
Yeah,
because who would wear a Bernie mask to
the
Bernie Sanders
Bernie
Coachella
mask.
rally?
Look, I saw the 3-hour lines for the showers in the morning, and I was like,
I did too.
I'm glad I'm never going to that place. I'm glad that's not my scene. Let me put it that way.
It's like, that's bad. I mean, I used to want to go to Coachella. I mean, I don't know. Maybe part of me still thinks maybe, but it just doesn't look like there are better festivals.
Mm-hmm. And maybe if the bands or whoever's playing is good enough, it might be worth it because you'll only remember the good stuff, but...
The Charlie XCX Lord thing was pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, if maybe you'll only remember that, so maybe it's worth it, you know?
Yeah. Well, I would wear jorts and an oversized tee. Tom's, exactly what I wore to Fall Out Boy at SPAC in 2014, except change the tank top out to an oversized tee because I'm 30. But the Gen Z California kids would fawn over the Toms because I'm bringing Toms back in 2025.
You are? You're bringing them back?
I'm bringing them back, and I think I would start a craze, and Toms would be back, and we'd give the shoes to the kids in Africa tariff-free.
Oh, tariff-free. Wow. You've already got this. I'm in.
I've got to play. Yeah.
Was that a pitch? I'm in.
I don't know. It's just what I was thinking about.
All right. Well, after this business venture, then we go to the next one.
We'll go to the next one, which is starting Toms again, and maybe lying about giving kids in Africa shoes. But that was a different company. This is Who Asked, a podcast company.
True that.
And we've got a great show for you today. Who Asked, of course, the show where two black women talk about things.
That's what we do.
No, the pod. It's mysterious and important.
Randall? Isn't it? Severance reference? Heard of it?
He's watching. He's catching up.
That's true. I'll get there in a couple calendar months. Or, business months.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine. I'm Aidan. This is...
Randall Brown.
Mark Scout.
That's true.
We've got What's News coming up. We have a surprise segment for me because Randall keeps spicing this relationship, and that's why I keep crawling back to him. Trivia Tuesday, and you asked.
That's it.
So here we are, another day. And what's news, Randall?
I was going to say, I think I should go first because I'm going to be talking a lot in the second one, I think.
Okay.
But, so I wanted to get your opinion on this. It's not really a Judge Russo because it's not really like a decision type thing, but it was this thing that happened in Jersey. So I'm just going to read the headline and then we'll go from there. Man loses legal bid to cash in $59,500 in casino chips from a now defunct New Jersey casino. Have you heard of this story?
Wait, he had $50,000 worth of chips that he never cashed in.
$60,000 worth of chips.
And then the
gone. Casino went defunct.
Okay.
Yes. But the thing about it is in Jersey, it's a government organization who pays it back. So technically, he would still be able to get his money from the government.
I see.
You're on board right now, right? It sounds like he should get his money. Well, it turns out... Oh, really? You're not there yet?
I mean, I'm following. I don't know my stance yet.
Hold on. I thought that you would be on his side by now. I want to hear where you're at now before I go deeper.
No, I mean, well, I guess initially I said, casino's gone. Obviously, he shouldn't get it back.
Sure.
I guess owned by the government, and it's not like
or the
Native
payout
American
is
lands.
Through a government essential organization. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he should probably get it if it's that. But keep going.
Okay, sure. So I'm going to read a bit. The man tried to cash in the 389 chips in January 2023 with the State Treasury Department's Unclaimed Property Administration, which is the one responsible for covering the redemption value of outstanding chips that the Playboy Hotel and Casino had issued to patrons while in operation from 1981 to 1984. Very specific time.
They had a full team that said 4 people that went to this casino, we are going to pay you
during
out.
this time. Because they went out of business. Yes.
Okay, well then I'm back on the guy's side.
Back on board. Okay.
Yeah.
As part of its closing, the casino had transferred funds to that to cover the redemptions, since they weren't going to be an organization anymore.
Sure.
So the man told the UPA that he had bought the chips, which were worth $60,000, at an online auction and did not know their source. Uh-oh, your face. Your face.
Okay. I'm back off. It's back off. Everything at the Playboy Casino's off.
New Jersey State Police eventually determined that the casino had hired a company that was supposed to destroy the chips after it closed. But turns out a former employee of that company had pilfered several boxes of unused chips.
What the fuck?
Sometime around 1990 and put them in a bank deposit box, the appellate panel said. And then eventually so that person went out of business, and then the bank took these chips and then auctioned them off to someone who took them. And then that person said, "Hey, I have these chips, and apparently I should be able to
bank
claim them."
auctioned the chips off?
Yeah.
Okay. What in the fucking Sopranos scenario is this?
Yeah, there's a lot of greased hands in this one, it seems like.
Yeah. I mean, I know Jersey's got a lot of greasy fingers, but these are
right.
greasy
Take
fingers.
it down a
I'm
notch.
sorry,
Relax.
I'm sorry. You're talking
We got a lot
to me,
of Jersey listeners here,
You're
okay?
talking to
Easy.
me about a place called the Playboy Casino and greasy fingers? I mean...
Yeah.
Are you kidding? What, do they have mortadella this morning?
What? You can't just throw... No, stop. Save that Italian for later. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, so he bought these chips online and thought that, I don't know, it doesn't say how much he paid in the auction for it. That's what I was trying to find. But
it was an investment. I paid for
it was
these
an
from
investment,
the bank
right? And then I get paid back by the government.
But
the
then he did it.
$60,000 I'm owed. But then they said, sorry, these should have been destroyed, but they weren't. And then you bought them technically illegally, but you didn't know, so you don't get anything.
Wow,
Yeah,
that is greasy.
yeah. It's
Did
pretty,
all of it?
there's
Did
a
this
lot of-
all happen in 1990, or is this recent?
No. So the casino went out of business in the 80s, and then in the 90s, this person was supposed to destroy the chips and didn't, and then put them in a safety deposit box in a bank.
Okay.
And then that person declared bankruptcy. The bank took them and then auctioned them off recently. And then it was
So this is recent.
January of 2023 that the man tried to cash them in Jersey. And then just now on April 1st, believe it or not, this past, how long ago was that? 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks.
That's when the court finally decided that he's not getting anything out of it.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Legal filings take so fucking long.
Yeah, they do.
Whatever.
Gotta make sure the T's and I's are, crossed and dotted.
Dotted and crossed.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. Well,
So
you think I can
where
get
do you
those,
side?
or
Yeah,
what?
well, I was going to say, where do you side? Do you want to try and go get some more chips? Because
Yeah,
it might be
I kinda
like a
wanna-
treasure trove that's like
like
good
this has to
ones?
happen somewhere else too, right? Like I could find this Ponzi scheme in Delaware
probably. Yeah.
and buy, or maybe even like, there's a bunch, the Dover Downs Casino.
Yeah.
I bet some old dude is just like, hey, I have
Sitting on them.
10 grand of chips. I'll give him, I'm not going back. I'll give them to you for 4 G's. You just have to go cash them in.
That might be hard. Don't you think he wants his 10 G's?
No, I think have you ever done like have you ever had a gift card that you don't care about and you're like, hey, this is a $100 gift card. I'll give it to you for 75 cash
I
because
just don't want to redeem it and deal with
I
all
just
the
don't give a
nonsense.
shit.
No, I've never done that. But I
Okay,
see-
well,
I see what
whatever.
you're saying. But then you got to pay the taxes and all that. Today is tax day. Speaking of
Today,
that, so-
happy tax day.
And I just
happy
want to
tax
say,
day.
I know I talked about it before when I randomly started gambling for a little bit and then
Yeah.
stopped. But I had to pay so much money on that in taxes. I'm never gambling again. I mean, I
That's
never
it.
have,
That's all-
but like, I didn't realize how much you had to lose. So
Well, it's only if you win.
true. You lose even more if you just.
Do you know what
don't
else
win,
today
so.
is?
What is today? Tuesday?
Jackie Robinson Day.
Oh,
Tax Day and Jackie Robinson Day famously together. White supremacy, black man into baseball.
right.
Really,
Yeah. A little bit of both.
a little bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. What a Jersey story.
Yeah. So that's mine. So what's news with you, huh?
Yeah. So again, it's very difficult for me to not just like look at politics news.
That's why I don't go to it. I just want to say when I'm looking for my story, I'm like, he's going to go for that. So I'm going to find something else.
Well, I didn't. Okay.
Really? Wow.
I didn't.
Okay.
Because I
Yes.
was sick of it. This one title is 11 sealed burp. Hello.
One more time.
11 sealed burials?
Burial? Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Excavated from ancient Egyptian tomb in Luxor. So recently, an Egyptian American team excavated a family from dating back from 2000 to 1500 BC.
Wow.
BC, Randall.
Mm-hmm.
You know what BC stands for?
Before Celine Dion?
Before, yeah, at least, yes. I was going to say before cum.
Oh.
People didn't even exist because Adam and Eve. It was before cum existed. They just...
We don't have that enough time to do that.
God made them.
Okay, but assume they didn't and finish the story.
Okay. So I think it's pretty cool. I do think finding people in like ancient Egyptian tombs is really interesting. Here's a little excerpt from this. Jewelry and burials is a very difficult thing to say.
I think you need to figure it out. That's not that bad.
Jewelry from the women's burials, however, were recovered with one well-crafted necklace containing 30 amethyst and 2 ruby beads around a hippo head amulet. 2 copper mirrors were also identified. One featured a lotus-shaped handle, White Lotus, shout out Mike White, while the other boasted the design of Hathor, the goddess of the sky, women, fertility, and love among the ancient Egyptians.
That's sick.
Can you imagine finding like a ruby or amethyst from 4,000 years ago?
That's probably going to be worth a lot of money. Also, the hippo is their goddess of like the underworld, kind of. At least the Egyptians.
Sure.
Because what's her name? Tavare? I can't say it in the Egyptian thing.
You're speaking a different language.
So, well, yeah, it's Egyptian.
Well,
anyway.
okay.
So it's like after you die, your soul goes on board a ship that's riding through the sands, and this hippo goddess, she comes to you and says, let's weigh your heart on the scales to see if it's balanced with how it should be. And then it weighs your heart against, it's like 3 things that represent a balanced life. And if your heart is too heavy, you get cursed to live and die in the sands for eternity. But if your heart is balanced, then you go into the field of reeds and it's heaven on earth. That's how they do it. So that's why she was buried with the hippo, I assume.
Wow, you know a lot about ancient Egyptian history.
Sometimes, yeah. But my great uncle and aunt, they went to the where King Tut used to be in the 80s, where you could just like go into the pyramid where he was and then like touch his sarcophagus and stuff. And they took like sand that was on the floor in there and just like boxed it up to be like, hey, look, this is from King Tut's tomb.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can't really do that, I guess. But
I have some memories of like those old like PBS King Tut whatever documentary things,
like where they like reenacted it. And it was always a very white guy playing.
Exactly. Yeah. And it was like, George Clooney would have done it. Except they couldn't afford him, so it was fucking some random kid from Wisconsin.
Right.
But it did get me thinking. I have another question for you based on this.
Okay.
Well, I'll ask it this way first. Do you, if you were placed in 1500 BC before cum, do you think
as me or like
as you are?
Oh God.
Do you think you're smarter now than the 10th smartest person in 1500 BC?
The 10th smartest person.
Even the smartest, or the smartest. Because think about this: like you're like, oh, I know all about technology. You don't know how to make a chip. You're not that smart,
right? But even if I did, none of that would be helpful. Like making one computer isn't gonna change the world. Like it's gonna get destroyed, or you're gonna get called a witch, and then you're gonna get hung. Yeah. Like I'm thinking about how much of my modern knowledge would be helpful in 1500 BC. You know, and like as far as it would mostly be my historical knowledge, like things I know about history. That would be the most valuable stuff, I think, because anything else, if I go and try and explain what things will happen in the future, nobody's gonna care, you know. Like there's no
no, you're not going back to talk about the future.
Yeah,
just like smart, like whenever Isaac Newton was born. I don't know when the fuck that was, but like you're not smarter than Isaac Newton, right? In 1640, what year do you think you would be?
That's 3,000 years later.
I know. But like, what year do you think you would be the smartest person?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. What do we? Is that like the Bronze Age? Because nobody knew what was going on in the Bronze Age.
Yeah.
Okay, then that's when there was like all these people that were like the sea people that would come and like.
You were right on with the Bronze Age.
Was I? Okay.
Yeah.
So. People would just come from the sea and like pilfer and destroy.
Everyone had swords, and that's about it.
It's like this mystery from that age where people from the sea would come and destroy nations and then leave, and it happened all across the world, and nobody knows which nation it was or like who it was that did it.
But
just
maybe
pirates
even
of some kind.
Maybe even if you came, frankly, I don't know this, so maybe I'm not smart enough to be in 2000 BC. If you knew something that was stronger than bronze, would that just be good enough to make you because it's just bronze is tin and copper. I know that from RuneScape. Iron is stronger RuneScape.
Yeah, but like that's what I mean. I don't have the means of getting down to an iron basin or what a deposit rather. I guess it's right. I don't have that at all. I think if I was put there, I would just have to blend in to survive.
Could you change the world? No.
No, that's the answer. And I think anybody that says yes is probably full of shit.
Full of shit. Yeah.
You
are not as smart as you think.
Right. The location also is super huge. Like if you got put back in the most developed nation, even then maybe you could do something.
Mesopotamia.
Sure. Then maybe you can get enough people to be like, oh yeah, this guy is from the future. Maybe he can help us.
Constantinople.
Are you done?
Yeah, sorry.
No. So yeah, what about you?
Yeah, I think at least...
You think you could change the world? Sorry.
I don't think I... Okay. I don't know. If you put me in year 0, right? Is that when Jesus died, technically?
Well, that's when he's born, right? Before Christ.
After death, before... That all confuses me, okay? I don't want to get into it.
Yeah, okay.
I think right around then is when I could give Jesus a run for his money.
I see what you're doing. Okay. Right.
You know what I mean? Be like, hey, seriously, there's going to be a New Testament in like 20 years. We don't... let's not get into this.
Yeah. Judas isn't even that. It's fine. There's gonna be way worse people.
Yeah. Let me tell you about the Crusades. There's some bad shit that's gonna happen.
Ooh, yeah,
I don't even remember when that was, but
it was a long time, and more people died than I think in any.
I think that's like
ever.
the number one, right?
That's the thing where most people died in history. But then again, it's
in the year 1000.
Yeah, a lot of those numbers are off just because there's no way to really like track that. It was the same thing with like Chinese wars. Right. They talk about that where like Mao whatever comes into power, 14 billion people die, and then like another person comes in. They're just numbers written. Who knows what actually happened?
There were a lot of crusades. A lot.
Yeah. Well,
there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There were 7 crusades between 1100 and 1250, and then a non-official crusade involving large numbers of children. The Children's Crusade.
The Children's Crusade. I'm not familiar with the Children's
Neither
Crusade.
am I, but hey, that's Google GPT for you.
Yeah, let's hope that's just an AI difference right there.
I don't know if it is.
Man.
Anyway, that's news. No politics today, just light religion.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
What could be better?
And religion, what does religion do? It starts the Crusades. Yay!
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
all right. You know what? Let's leave it at that.
All right.
All right. Well, that's what's news. Also, the Studio Ghibli filter. Maybe I'll flash that picture from an episode ago, but that's all. Okay.
The Studio Ghibli. Oh, you know what? I wanted to talk to you about that too.
Okay. Go ahead.
It's not.
Why not? This is our show. We can do whatever the fuck we want.
True, but I just think you're gonna get mad at me. I think the Studio Ghibli AI stuff is okay.
I knew you would think that.
And I get it.
And you know why?
Why?
You've always said this dumb shit about
what?
Emerging tech.
No, I don't mean it like that. I guess I kind of do mean it like that. But like when somebody would make like an AI image of some like animal or whatever cartoon character, it would look bad. It would look AI generated and it would look awful. But like these genuinely look like a Studio Ghibli frame.
They do.
And I get that it's not a human being drawing it and it's against Miyazaki's whole thing. I understand that. What I'm saying is it still looks good.
Correct.
That's the problem with it, is that it doesn't look awful like most AI art. So that's why I think maybe we need to reevaluate.
Bad, right? But, it's like here listen. It's AI's everywhere, and if you think it's not going to be, wake up, brother. Okay, wake up.
Yeah, I mean, we did our episode on that a long time ago.
We did it before AI was real, frankly.
That's true. Yeah, we did it.
But when the White House posts an AI image of a woman getting arrested and deported. It's gone too far.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I have to say.
I think that's a White House issue.
Yeah, that's probably a White House diff. Yeah, after all.
Yeah, when they make a deportation meme and post it. Yeah, sure. That is
anyway. Talk to me about your segment that you have planned today.
Okay, well, this is in a way punishment for that one time you made me sit there and listen to all your American brain rot slang nonsense. But for this mystery segment, we are going into a brand new trend that's actually going across the world, Italian brain rot. Have you heard anything about it?
I can't say I have.
Fantastic, because our friends have been sending them nonstop. I was afraid you might have gotten one. Andrew actually sent me one today, and I was like, please tell me you didn't send that to Aidan, because I'm about to hit him with it tonight. He said, no, don't worry. So I have a little presentation for you.
Okay.
And I'm going to be speaking in Italian for the entirety of this segment.
Oh,
so it'll make sense.
Great.
Share presentation.
Mi amore.
Hey, there you go.
I book di Beppo and I live in Sicily and I drink it's I'm gonna vamp here. It's like my non-Italian mother when she goes mozzarella and I'm like, stop. You're from Syracuse.
Like what's her name? The that kitchen chef that everybody loved forever.
Which one? Rachel Ray.
Giada yeah.
Giada.
Whatever. Okay.
Giada De Laurentiis, right? Yeah.
Are you in?
La Brainrot d'Italia. Okay.
Signor Russo.
Oh boy, oh brother, I'm in.
Uno. Lili la lila. O. Abbonono schimpazzinono.
Okay, hold on. Can I explain what's happening here to the audience? So they know what's happening?
See, boy.
Oh God. Okay, this is gonna be miserable. Okay, so Randall seems to be showing me this or that with AI created images that are Italian, and the first one I can only explain as a cactus elephant with Birkenstocks on in a desert.
See.
Okay. And the second one
Abbonono schimpazzinono
is okay, this one is avocado chimpanzee. I know what that means. Avocado chimpanzee. And it's an avocado chimpanzee. Alien avocado chimpanzee. So
uno o due. Per favore, signor Russo. Uno o due.
Due.
Abbonono schimpazzinono o bombombini gusini.
Okay. Audio listeners are in for a rough 20 minutes.
Then make it quick, huh?
Bombombini Gusini. This is excellent. I like the bomber goose.
Gusini o la bacca Saturno Saturnita.
Cow Saturn with shoes.
Bombombini Gusini o la bacca Saturno Saturnita.
Bombombini Gusini.
Bombombini Gusini o frigo camelo.
I like the Tims in New York. It's a fridge camel with Tims. Did you put these into ChatGPT?
No.
Oh shit. Bombombini Gusini.
Bombombini Gusini. Oh. Bri bicus dicus de bicus bombicus.
This is stupid as fuck. This little bird, bri bicus dicus bombicus.
De bicus bombicus.
Yeah.
Bombombini Gusini. Oh, bri bicus.
This one. Whatever. Bri bicus.
Bri bicus dicus de bicus bombicus. Oh. Brr patapim.
Obviously, patapim.
Okay. Brr patapim. Oh. Bombardiro crocodilo.
The feet one a second ago.
Brr patapim. Oh.
Big nose.
Tralalero tralala.
Oh, this is like the.
Tralalero tralala. Oh. Patapim.
Patapim. Patapim. Oh,
Ripi
come on.
troppo ripi o patapim.
Stop, man. I can't. Papa team.
Patapim. Oh, tung
no.
tung tung. Tung 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 sahur.
Okay, I saw this one on TikTok today.
Ah!
I saw someone courtside at a Brooklyn Nets game doing this, and it said tung tung tung, and this guy. And I was like, what the fuck am I looking at?
La Brainrot d'Italia.
This one tung
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 tung tung tung tung tung tung sahur. Oh, ballerina cappuccina.
tung tung tung
Tung tung tung tung tung tung sahur. Oh, chimpanzini bananini.
tung 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 tung.
Tung 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 sahur. Oh, glorbo fruto drillo.
I like this one. Glorbo
Fruto drillo. Oh, bobrito bandito.
Bobrito bandito. Talk to me, brother.
Bobrito bandito. Oh, pot hotspot.
What the fuck? Bobrito bandito.
Bobrito bandito. Oh, turrimero turricina.
This is fish cat with 4 legs. Sorry, Bobrito
bandito.
Yeah, that's the one I want. That's the one.
Bobrito bandito. Oh, putana la banana.
Is that a banana prostitute?
Forse.
I know puta means bitch in Spanish, so.
Putana la banana.
Putana la banana, because that picture's crazy.
Putana la banana. Oh, blueberrini octopusini.
Octopusini is funny. There's no way blueberry and octopus are blueberrini octopusini in Italian. Fucking stupid ass language. The whore banana.
Putana la banana. Oh, il finale. Chef Crabra Cadabra.
I want to pick puta pim again. That's not...
Patapim. Dove? Di dove?
I don't know what that is. Why is his nose a dick?
Scimmie. Ah, bravo, signor Russo, e grazie la Brainrot d'Italia. Well done. Hey, you survived.
What the fuck just happened to me?
Congratulations. You're at least 1% more Italian than you were before you started.
So
I'm going to tell you right now, because of this in your feed, you're going to get billions of memes because of this right now. Just like Italian kids running around to other Italian kids and just saying this one or that one, this one or that one. All of those are official characters on an official wiki page that all have abilities and power levels and all kinds of things. It's a huge deal in most of Europe. So congratulations.
I'm like quickly just running through TikTok to see if I get anything. It doesn't look like it.
Just from saying it nearby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'll send some to you.
Oh,
get 'em.
God. What the fuck was that?
There you
so
go.
They just yell at each other this or that?
Yeah. Well, it's like, you know how like people in America just go up to people on the street and say random stuff. That's their random stuff they do. Yeah. Where like they go up and say, oh, talk to me about this. They ask people this or that.
Okay.
So, gotta pick.
You know what? I thought America was doomed. It's everyone. It's all of us.
Understood.
It's everyone. My TikTok is mostly full of, at this point, golf and food. So I don't, and the occasional, I don't know if I can say this on air.
Oh.
And also there's these Harry Potter animations where They do like a Harry Potter scene, and the whole time it's like animated Harry Potter characters, and they're just dancing while they talk.
Oh
like,
yeah, well I know that one. I know the song that everybody did, or like it's the scene. You know, like you have to save Ron and move the chess piece to do whatever that scene is.
I didn't even see that one.
That's like the original one. What do you mean?
I don't see the original. I just find it.
That was like a year ago. Anyway,
I haven't.
Whatever.
I really like. Wasn't a big TikToker.
To save Ron.
I tried to avoid it, but now I deleted Twitter, so I'm on it a little more than I was.
Sure, that's where you get your news, TikTok.
That's where I get my news, yeah, from fucking... I also think
So
TikTok
doomed.
thinks I'm a woman.
Yeah, well.
I get, like, bra ads a lot.
Yeah.
Is that my fault?
Well, I mean, I think it tracks, but...
Why?
I don't mean that in a bad way. I just think that you give off that kind of vibe, you know?
I don't like when you do this. I don't like... when you do this. Okay.
Do I do it that often?
Yeah, enough.
Yeah, I think so.
Enough, okay. Wow. All right. Well,
there you go.
great.
Mystery segment done.
That's our mystery segment.
Our friends have been looking forward to this. Don't worry.
Oh,
they're gonna love this segment.
God, I just was crying the whole time. Excuse me. Ew, that was gross.
That was pretty bad.
Sorry. I'll have to listen.
Cut that one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Trivia Tuesday time.
You're right. And back into trivia. Great.
Back into Trivia Tuesday. 2-1. Last week we had a clean 2-0 by the fellas.
Oh, yeah.
White boys are fucking up.
As we do.
White boy summer's coming back, Randall. What do you think about that? Chet Hanks,
White power.
2-1. What?
What's your question?
I don't.
I didn't say that.
I don't know if I can believe
No, I
that.
didn't mean it like that. I meant
What did you mean it like?
Yeah, I think you should ask your question.
Okay. My sports question for you.
Oh, boy.
The massive brawl that broke out at an NBA game between the Pacers and the Pistons on November 19th, 2004 is known as the following. Rumble in the Jungle, Malice at the Palace, Brawl at the Hall, Chaos at the Coliseum.
What's the place called?
What?
Where were they? Like what? Was that part of the question? Whatever.
They were in Detroit.
Okay. Say A and D for me one more time.
Rumble in the Jungle, Chaos at the Coliseum, respectively. Oh, it really hurts.
I think B and C you made up, and they wouldn't put that on air because it doesn't sell well. I think A is too easy, so D, it has to be the answer.
Chaos at the Coliseum.
That's my final answer.
That's your final answer. Do you remember the show You Are the Weakest Link, where that fucking like cunty woman would be like, "You are the weakest link. Goodbye."
Goodbye.
That's you, dumbass.
Now I fall through a trap door.
Yeah, you fall. Am I making? Is this like a? They fell through a trap door, right?
I don't think they
Are we
actually
making
did.
that up? Because I also thought that.
No, it was like was that the same one as You've Been Voted Off the Island?
No. Oh, wait. Wait, was the cunty? Oh no, new weakest link has
A drop.
Jane Lynch, but old weakest link was some other lady. Wait, I'm gonna find a video of it. Anyway, you're wrong.
Damn.
It's Malice at the Palace.
Really? Wow.
Yes, that's awesome.
Did you know that?
Of course I did. That's like a super famous NBA event.
Where people fought each other?
People, Ben Wallace, Ron Artest. Do you know Ron Artest renamed
Ben
himself?
Wallace.
Really? Cool.
Yeah, never heard of
Meta
that guy,
World
though.
Peace. Ron Artest renamed himself to Meta World Peace and probably something else. I
Oh,
don't fucking remember.
yeah. I have heard I've heard of that person.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
So they got into a fight. It kind of ended, and then a dude in the stands threw a drink at Ron Artest, and then Ron Artest ran into the stands and to fight the guy, and then other players came in, and so players and fans were like fighting in the stands. Yeah, I was nervous because it became harder than I thought to write stupid rhyming names like that.
Yeah, they merged well because I thought a lot of them were pretty stupid. So
Nice. I fucking love that for me. Yeah, so sorry, but it was
Okay.
electric. We need to bring back fucking players fighting fans.
Yeah, I mean players fighting fans. That's true. I was going to talk about just how hockey is just more enjoyable because it's an option. You know, the fact that they're allowed to. They don't necessarily need to be fighting for me to enjoy it, but
Right.
the fact that it's always on the table is a good thing. You know?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Too much padding in football. Take away more padding so they can fight and it won't hurt. That's what I think.
Wait. It won't hurt?
Well, I mean, it won't hurt. Yeah, if you're slamming helmets or like the big shoulder pads and stuff into people, just let them play without their helmets. Let them play.
I see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. CTE.
Anyway, I'm gonna do my question now.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Good. You got good takes firing off.
What was Yoda's name in the early outlines for The Empire Strikes Back?
George Lucas.
A. Grogu. B. Buffy. C. Monkey. Or D. Georgie.
Okay, so George Lucas was there. See, I'm fucking onto you, Randall.
Are you?
I'm onto you. Buffy. Final answer. Buffy.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm very positive. Buffy.
Buffy's the correct answer. You did. Nice.
I knew that one.
Did you?
I felt it in my gonads. I really
you didn't know it. You just knew it when you heard the question. I think you knew it beforehand. I was gonna say why.
No.
I didn't even know it.
I felt it. I don't know. Well, now you saying that you didn't know it makes me feel like maybe there's definitely no story that I would have heard because you would have known it too. It was never Grogu. It was never Georgie. So the only two options were Monkey and Buffy, and Monkey would have been insane.
Speaking of insane, originally Frank Oz, the guy who did the Muppets, was not the person who did the puppet for Yoda. They actually had a monkey in the suit walking around on set. Didn't work, so they got a puppet.
Yeah, of course. What do you like?
I don't know, but that's what they did.
But in A New Hope, you could argue that Yoda kind of is a monkey walking around. Okay. Oh, yeah. He shows up in Empire Strikes Back.
Right. That's why it's the early outlines for this.
You said
that's
that.
why they were like, in the swamp, there's going to be a monkey in a suit. It'll be great. He'll teach the Force,
Well, they say he's so stupid every time. I've brought this up before, but it always shocks me how dumb he is in that movie.
Right, and then we talked about that before, where he's not really dumb; he's just playing dumb because he's trying to make Luke annoyed. It's kind of like when I play dumb to get you angry. It's really the same thing, you know what I mean?
And it works. So I am a Jedi Master.
Oh God, you sound just as whiny. You sound perfect.
Fuck.
Tell him I'm ready, Ben.
I'm not whining about being up 3-1.
Wow, look at that.
Just marking that down in the old sheet.
Sure.
How does it feel?
Okay. It's fine. I'll come back. I usually do.
You actually do. That's annoying. I'll go cold again. I still haven't watched a Star Wars movie since we've started this podcast.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that. Maybe do a little short, try and fit a 1 minute, 2 minute your reaction to them, and be like, this is not what I remembered when I was young. When I watched this.
I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Final segment. We're fucking cruising today.
Let's get some US then. Let's get some
US. Yeah, we've got some. I'm gonna get a tissue before we do this. It'll be a good quick cut point. I'm a little road runner today.
Are you?
Yeah, running into the wall.
Yeah, that tracks.
Wile. Would you be Wile E. Coyote or?
No, definitely not.
I mean,
of our dynamic, I'm definitely the road runner, and you're definitely the coyote. Wouldn't you agree? I set up the wall,
right?
And then you run into it, and then I laugh, and you get mad, and I just think that fits our dynamic better,
Yeah, it hurts me, but
makes me laugh.
I know.
Meep meep.
and you'd be such a coy asshole.
Exactly. Perfect.
Okay, you asked. We got a couple questions.
Okay,
we got a couple goddamn questions, and if you have a question, please do send them to pod.whoasked@gmail.com. That's pod.whoasked@gmail.com. If you need it spelled,
are you gonna spell it?
No, of course not. Get a fucking grip. First question is a good one. It's Trevor sometimes hits us with these thought-provoking ones.
Yeah.
This one is, what is something that motivates you when you're at a low point?
Pretty good. What do you got?
I was thinking about it. Other than drugs and alcohol, I thought, being a good partner, son, uncle, friend, all that shit, I guess. And then probably all the therapy and medication I went through in my early to mid-20s. That was probably a big part of it. it's, realizing that my life is more than me, I think is a pretty big part, and that people do care about me and I care about other people. So I try to find happiness via them, and that makes me happy.
I like that. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So but yeah, if I wasn't being a fucking whatever about it, like
drugs and money,
beer and tits.
That's what keeps me going.
Yeah.
I think I have had so many great surprises in my life of just things that pop up that are fun or, sporadic that I never would have expected that I would do or be fortunate enough to do, that I don't want to miss out on any others that like I would ever see, that's what keeps me going. It's like, you don't know what's going to be tomorrow, and it's going to be something awesome, probably, because it has been for almost 30 years so far. So got to keep it going.
That's a great answer, Randall.
Thank you. That's
would you say, and I don't want to miss a thing.
No.
Even when I dream of you.
There's a lot. Nice. Good peak. There's a lot I want to miss. I do want to miss many things.
The next 4 years?
Yeah, sure. But there are things that I know that I won't want to miss. There we go. Made it nice. Back. But in the meantime, I can skip over, all the nonsense and work and that. But,
yeah, of course, obviously.
So that's my answer.
Do you think the lottery is a good investment?
Yes.
Thank you.
Wait. Hold on. Wait.
Nope. That's all. Don't. That was for Gus. That wasn't a question. The other
not for a personal investment. It's good for our country, but not good for the people.
No, shut up.
Okay.
I don't fucking care about taxes. We have one from Ben that is less serious.
Okay.
Would you rather have a second elbow in each arm or a second knee in each leg?
This man's always asking body part questions.
He loves body fucking dysmorphia.
So a second knee in each leg or a second elbow in each arm?
Yeah.
That's what he's asking.
Yeah.
I don't think a second knee would benefit me in any way.
I'm absolutely 100% with you.
Yeah, maybe I don't even, there's nothing that I even want to think about. Like the extra elbow would help probably incredible. Different, just reaching around things and like playing instruments and,
Yeah, I didn't even think about helping. I just thought about not relearning to fucking walk. That is way more important than anything I do with my arm.
Well, I don't think it's like the question doesn't imply this is a surgery we're opting for.
Well, I guess
this is assuming we live this way, like that we know how to walk. That's not part of it.
I was born this way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So arms, our extra elbow, I'll take.
I think so. Quick one from me. What's your dream Coachella lineup? And you can't say Bernie Sanders again.
AOC, no. Why are you asking me this? I think I don't know,
because I just sang Lady Gaga and she headlined.
The better question is, what lineup would there be that I would actually go to it?
That you would legit pay for to be like,
actually go. I don't know. There's probably a lot of
Wolfpack.
Well, that would be cool. That would be fun. I would like the Sheepdogs. I'd go see them.
Oh, sure.
I like the Sheepdogs.
Who else for you?
Probably any of the other not the Lumineers. What's the other band that's like them? I know there's like 20,000.
Mumford & Sons?
Yeah, I think I saw them once because I worked for them, but they were a great concert either way. So if they were there, I could see them being like number 10, 11, or 12. That would still maybe do something for me. But
yeah, all right. You got a motorcycle going by.
Oh, okay.
No, we can talk over it. I don't give a shit.
Okay. Yeah, but for the recording. I don't know. I'm not a big concert guy anyway. Even if Bruce was there, that wouldn't do anything for me. I don't. Yeah. That's not enough. So.
You can watch a live stream from your couch. No,
I wouldn't want to watch a live stream. Why would I live stream a concert? No, it sounds terrible.
People do it.
Do they? Like Coachella, people do that?
Coachella,
I would watch like a YouTube, like a professionally done one, but one that's like 3,000 yards back live stream.
No, I'm talking professional. They're professional.
Okay, well,
not someo's fucking
Android. Somebody iPad holding it on,
like a fucking idiot that's off of ketamine.
And he's recording the people behind him on accident. And he doesn't realize it. Yeah.
Mine. I don't know. It'd be tough. It'd probably be a bunch of like British boys that could come through, some pop punk. It would basically be like a mixture of like Warped Tour, some British boys I love, and some of my favorite DJs, and just put those like 3 genres and then add like Childish Gambino or something and Kendrick.
Childish Gambino cool. and Chance together. I would love to see them do that whole album. I know it's older at this point, but I still love that
Acid Rap is good, and then Chance did one more, and then he fell off and made the worst rap album ever.
I actually haven't heard anything since Acid Rap, so you know what? In my mind, that's fine.
Don't worry about it. He fell off.
But what I was saying is, like, I don't even know if there's an artist good enough that I like that would make me want to go to Coachella. You know
like
one
mean? Real big headliner. No.
Yeah, like it would have to be like Freddie Mercury back from the dead. then I would stand
him and Tupac.
Then I would stand in a 3-hour line for the shower. Then I would do that. You know.
Well,
if he was back
here's
from
the thing.
Dead.
So when I was in my festival era, you could always pay for the VIP, which had like showers in a RV or whatever.
Oh.
And this was when I did the one in like North England. But we just bought those bags that had a hose, so you would go fill up the bag with water, and then you hung it on the tent, and it just rained on you, and then you shampooed your hair and your armpits and your gooch, and
what?
That was
a thing.
Oh yeah, like that was how we showered.
Huh.
And someone shit in a box right outside our tent. It was awesome.
Yeah, well, I figured there would be a similar situation for that.
Yeah.
Is it that hard to just get like a bunch of porta potties? How much money goes into these festivals? They can't get. Whatever. It's new Woodstock. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I mean,
not gonna knock people for liking it. If you like doing it, by all means.
Yeah, I'm a new man. I piss in toilets.
Ever since Fire Festival, that was the end for you, right?
That's right. Ja Rule, my hole-in-one king. That was it. That was the signal for the end of the show.
Oh.
We fucking did it, Randall.
We got it from our back of house. Yes.
Jamie, pull up that gorilla beating the fuck out of the zebra.
No.
Sorry.
No more Jamie.
No, we're going to get a Jamie eventually.
Well, we don't have one yet. We do have a couple people interested in being our Jamie.
I bet we do. We can bring him in. I don't give. Why not?
Well, not. We have to put a girl on first. That's what that question said. So.
Yeah, you're right. We do need a woman on here so we don't get canceled before we do anything else. True. Anyway, please, not please. I don't know. Please follow us. TikTok and Instagram at Who Asked Show. Thanks for listening. This was really, really fun when I cried laughing throughout that whole dumb fucking Italian thing. Share us, comment, do everything on socials. Tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your papa.
That's true.
Randall, what do you got?
I can't wait for this to go and maybe go viral just because of how crazy viral these stupid animal videos go. But like, I'll send you one right after we're done. 5 billion views, and it's a guy going crocodile bombadillo, and then just over and over again. So maybe it'll happen.
Good. I'll just, you can do all those, and I'll just insert me crying the whole time. I won't say a word.
Perfect. It's all. Yeah, not even you picking.
No.
People will be happy that Patapim wins at the end, though. So that's all I have to say.
Elite. That was elite. Thank you, everyone. Send your questions to pod.whoasked@gmail.com, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yep. Bye, guys.
Bye.